Yeah, so for this week's implementation, we actually did one that we built for ourselves here. So kind of a selfish implementation that we needed to put together to make our own lives easier. So it's actually looking inside of the Zenatta CRM itself here. And basically what we needed to do was run an automation that would help us manage our subscription services. So at Zenatta, we actually do sell a monthly subscription, a couple different kinds that offer, ongoing support and reviews of the health of the database, et cetera. And one of the challenges is that, the actual revenue from those is coming from Zoho subscriptions. But for us as a company, we run all of our revenue and profitability reporting out of values that we store in the deal records. So we kind of had this challenge because we needed some way to track revenue on a monthly basis that we're getting from these subscriptions as deals in the CRM. So we ended up settling on a methodology that basically follows two different kinds of deals. So we're looking here at the deal for the subscription itself. So this is kind of like a parent record. And inside of this deal, we may show or we may store things like the info that we need to know about their account in order to do a health check, or we may store information about how many hours they have on file, right? Because any of these subscriptions come with a certain amount of hours monthly that can be used on support, right? And then we want to have a closing date, which basically represents, when this subscription started. Right, and so as we kind of look through here, the only other things that we store are the name, the account, the contact, and then the monthly amount that the subscription costs. And so basically all that we need to do is click a button and it'll create the record that we need to actually track our revenue. So I'll go ahead and do that now and then show you what it looks like. So under here, we have a button called HCS Hours. I click that. I get a little pop-up that says our hours are updated, little smiley face because we're happy about that. Now we'll notice that we'll actually have a new record here under Health Check Payments, which is nested underneath this subscription. So rather than being called the subscription, this is actually called the payment of the subscription. And so we'll notice that there's a little difference here where the amount in our deal is stored in monthly amount versus the amount in the health check payment is in the standard amount field. Now the reason for that is that this standard amount is what we use to calculate all of our revenue. We'll also see that it's considered a completed deal, so it counts as closed won, and it has a closing date of today because that's the day that we're imagining that this payment was made on the subscription, basically that renewal payment. And so the nice thing about this is that in addition to creating the health check payment deal to kind of track our revenue, it also is going to update the total hours that should be on file for this project. So basically right before we clicked this, right, we were at 9 project hours available, right? And we had billed 1 hour, so there are 10 remaining. And now after clicking this button, it goes ahead and adds the additional 2 hours that should be added to the account and keeps our hours remaining calculation accurate moving forward. So it kind of takes care of all of the management of these subscriptions for us, from the attribution of the revenue to the proper month, as well as the tracking of how many hours they have on file that they're due from the subscription. So kind of the last little piece that we're working on is going to be a direct integration into Zoho subscriptions, where upon the renewal of a subscription, this script is actually run automatically, where this payment deal is created and the hours are updated purely by the renewal of the subscription in the actual subscriptions app. So expect an update on that. Our test should be ready to run in about 3 weeks. So that'll be interesting because it'll be kind of the last step here to see if we can just completely automate a subscription management workflow in the CRM and Zoho subscriptions.